previously known as Terry Maldonado, former Board of Education. Now I stepped into a new role of the Vice President of the Pemberton Township Educational Foundation. So the way we came about the Educational Foundation is after the Pemberton Township school system lost $16 million in state aid, we came up with a kind of like a little alumni kind of thing. We kind of had little meetings, 501c3. So with that being said, Pemberton Township schools cannot bond because we are a former added district. So we came along with that 501c3, and we are trying to help the Pemberton Township school. Our first objective is to try to help build a football field at the Pemberton Township High School. Now, if you have any history of the Pemberton Township High School and the school system, you would know that the football field is located at the Helen Fort Middle School. And it is there because I'm class of '84, Pemberton alumni. That was my high school. Ms. Campbell is class of 1980, also a Pemberton alumni. So we're trying to find ways to help our school system outside of their general budget. And we're gonna try to work together, and Ms. Campbell, you're up.
Oh, thank you. So, good evening. My name is Ingrid Campbell, proud class of 1980, lifetime resident here. Once I came here via military, so I've been here since 1971. Chose to stay here when everybody else was moving out. And part of it is the investment. We also have children. Sam and I have two children, class of 2003, 2007. So we continue to invest in our community. So part of the foundation is building. You already have our PowerPoint slides, but the most important thing is for you to understand who we are and for the community to understand, just like with Imagination Kingdom and other projects that we've taken on in our time here in our community, it takes the community to move the community. And so with that, this year is all about building. You see our officers, and the mission truly is through Board of Trustees, to work with the Board of Education, to work with you, to work with our merchants, our community members, Fort Dix, McGuire, and everyone else along the way, to ensure that programs can be funded where NJDOE funds have been cut, and they will continue to be cut. And so we have to make up for that process. As former Board of Education president for 5 years, I went through the audit process, and I always told everyone, once these funds are gone, they are gone. It is up to us to use them wisely, to invest, and to make sure that we leave legacy. So with that, we also have to be progressive, and begging for our lawmakers to give us funds is not going to do it. So with that, our goal is to, as you see, to ensure that programs that we support facility upgrades, which is what the sports complex is all about, educational resources and equipment, which are not part of the regular school budget. Would you like to come up? We're creative here.
I'll just introduce myself. I'll quickly introduce myself. I am a resident of Pemberton Township. I have been for 35 years, not to age myself on the podium. I did not graduate from Pemberton Township, but I can remember I'm a Hornet for life. And I know for a fact that our township lacks the resources, and it does take a community to make a difference. And I know we're trying to navigate some type of positivity, some uplifting within the community, and I think this is a great initiative for us.
So we do have as any foundation, let me get back to the mic. As in any foundation, we have a plan. So it's a multi-year plan. So we're in year one. So with that, as you see, that we're in the formation process. We're good with the state of New Jersey as far as registering as a 501c3, as a charity organization. And of course, we are now waiting for the federal government and the IRS to finalize the paperwork. I may have more gray hair by the time they're done, but also that we have formulated our board and trustees. And where you come in is really creating that community awareness, both school-wide, but community-wide. So you're going to see us at many community events and just out there, because it's word of mouth. We also have the working committees that are chaired by each of your officers based on expertise and skills. So you see finance, so Ken will be responsible for the donation management and accountability of diverse project funding. Volunteer coordination, Terry's taking that. She's responsible for ensuring school and community partnerships to create that local awareness. Grant writing. So again, the goal is we're doing fundraising, local, but also national. The one magical part of Pemberton Township, and that we want our graduates and our community to know, we go everywhere in this world. And with that, we also have connections, but we have to make our alumni aware, former residents aware. And so the goal is, but then to also reach out to philanthropic outreaches and local and state. So I will be responsible for that along with Angelica. And then the marketing, which is Angelica's baby, as far as website, social media, and just creating that social presence. So it just passes on from one to the other. And then you see, it just continues. Years 1 through 3, continuing with stadium funding, auxiliary funding. It means that we're not just locked in to the stadium, even though that is the biggest capital expense support that we're doing. But it means that if a teacher has a great idea for an extra club and there's no funding, that they will do a grant application to the foundation. We will determine the need and availability of funds, and however we can support the district to move great projects ahead. If somebody needs extra equipment to really take it from an 8 to a 10, that's our goal. And then year 3 and on, the goal is to always, as anything, is to build sustainability. I'm not going to be here forever. The goal is from our officers to our trustees, we continue to train. I'm a teacher by trade, professor by trade, so everything is about a teaching opportunity. So the goal is, and we always say we're behind. We have communities that have had foundations for 20 and 30 years. We are behind. So our goal is to grow it and keep it going. Please, that's your name.
Okay, so as you can see on the screen here, this is our active website where you can find us. We're getting ready to prepare for donations from our community members. So we're looking for full participation in the support of the board, just spreading awareness, getting in contact with our community members, just getting the message out there that we're here to make a difference. And as Dr. Campbell mentioned, having the communication with our community members, having those appropriate conversations, building for not just now, but the next generation. Not everything is going to change or be right away for us. And we're just looking for that support from everyone here, from the board and from our community members to be active participants in our initiatives. So,
And I think if you finish this up. We always end with a quote. No, that's yours. Own it.
but I would say that, just to touch back on the grant writing portion, I am working on my doctorate, and I am focusing on Pemberton Township. And the biggest thing that I worry about us not being community. And I really hope that we can get past a lot of the things we're going through right now. I really do, and I hope within my thesis I can change the narrative of us.
And lastly, yes, please.
So one thing that I want to do as far as community, I borrowed probably 24 yearbooks from the Pemberton Township High School of Pemberton through the years. And one thing that I am challenging my committee to do is to go through the yearbooks and find pictures to get people excited about. Because we are going to release a video of the Educational Foundation, but I want somebody to say, I want Mr. Harper to say, oh my God, there's my brother, there's my sister, there's my mother. I want that sense of community to come back, because we are missing that in Pemberton Township. I'm born and raised in this town. I've been here for 59 years, and I want to bring back that community spirit. So if anybody wants to join the foundation, we'd be more than happy to take you and bring you in and make you work very hard.
Come out to homecoming on retail gate, and again, that was a spontaneous community event that we started 10 years ago. So we tailgate at homecoming, and from there, we have alumni, candidates come out, they talk with us, but it's just an opportunity for everyone to come and congregate and just remember. And most important thing is, there are no naysayers allowed, there are no negative Annies and Andies allowed. We have enough of that in our lives. We need positivity, because no one told, everyone, lots of folks were saying Imagination Kingdom is not possible. We raised $200,000 in 2 years on our own. So we are absolutely capable. So I'm leaving you with this. The vision must be followed by the venture. It is not enough to stare up the steps. We must step up to the stairs. I challenge all of us to see the vision, support the vision, and see what we can grow in Pemberton. So thank you for your time. Do you have any questions? It's a work in progress, and along the way, we will keep you updated, just like we keep the superintendent updated, so he can update the board. So it will be our pleasure to also update you along the way. You just determine to us how you would like that. Would you like that in a yearly report? Whatever is necessary to help along the way.
We'll discuss and then we'll let you know.
Absolutely.
It was a good presentation, thank you. I think it's
Thank
very
you.
interesting.
Thank you very much.
Closed session, resolution number 292, 2025, authorizes council to go into closed session. I do think we have some items, make a motion.
Make a motion to go in closed session.
Thank you.
Sorry for the extended closed session. We had some important business to discuss. Okay, we're, at the last council meeting, we moved the council comments up to before public comments. We're gonna continue to do that. We got some very positive feedback, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. Josh, wanna start off?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, and, trying not to keep you here too much longer, but thank you very much.
And a few words. Eric?
I have even fewer words after that long closed session. I'd say let's proceed.
Yeah.
You wanna go? Okay.
All right, a couple things to talk about till the mayor gets back in. I was at our fire expo the other weekend for Fire Prevention Week. Very good turnout there. Got to meet 3 of the 4 new volunteer firefighters. Hopefully we continue to increase with the volunteers coming in. Last week I was at the county commissioners meeting. Our police department, along with 2 dispatchers, were honored there for search and rescue of 2 lost girls last summer in Country Lakes. Very good thing. And I just want to make sure our police department gets recognized there. Let's see. Now that Jack's back, Jack, a couple of meetings ago when we approved the new QPA, we asked about possibly council, people having some access to have a little time to talk to them with some ideas?
I don't know if Michelle ever reached out to him or not, to be honest.
Okay, that's, one thing I want to check on, I can talk about that. Grant updates, did we get anything on that list of, the grants that were outstanding? Amy or Sunshine sent you a copy of it after the meeting, and you were gonna look into them and talk to the different departments about what was going on with
I know
them.
the different departments who were looking at it, they sent me a copy of it. To be honest, I haven't had time to look at it.
Okay, we're trying to move forward and close up some of them. I see they're working across the street, at least finishing that up, hopefully. What else do I have? I didn't notice anything in resolution wise or on the bill list other than popcorn for the fall festival. Are we not getting anything as far as the fall festival goes, as far as approving expenditures? Usually we get ahead of time, expenditures for bounce houses, whatever's gonna happen. But
I know,
I didn't
I
see
got
anything.
I got a request to add, an expenditure over $3,000, a $10,000 bill for fireworks that, I was informed council president pulled off the agenda tonight.
Yeah, well, that's because I think we made it clear at the last meeting, there was supposed to be only an $8,500 budget for the fall festival, back when it was gonna be Halloween, and, we weren't gonna use any monies that didn't get spent for the water carnival that was canceled. But yet, like I said, I saw, advertising, inflatable houses and stuff like that, and usually council has to approve that stuff ahead of time, and we have no other meetings before November 1st.
Maybe our new recreation director found a new source. It doesn't cost $3,000 or more for a bounce house. If it's under $3,000, it doesn't need to come to the council.
Okay. Just checking, I was trying to make sure everything went as smoothly as possible. But I guess that's all I have question-wise. Everybody, thank you for being patient, waiting for us all to, get out of closed session. And we'll try to wind this up as quickly as we can, thanks.
Jack, at the last meeting, I brought up about the 4th of July celebration for the town. Is there any progress or meetings on since then?
I did reach out to the historic commission, and they are very interested in doing some things. So hopefully they'll start planning on that and get back with me on what they're looking to do.
Because we're running out of time. Marty, if I could ask you a question. If this thing gets off the ground on July 4th, would the BMIA want to do the water carnival that day so that we can make a celebration?
Yes,
Okay.
that's the answer.
Who's in charge of the Historic Society?
Actually, Marty's son.
Yes,
Okay.
that's very true. We do collaborate.
Okay. So that won't be a problem.
That won't be
The
a
only,
problem.
the only concern is after the last meeting where this was brought up, there was some concerns brought to me about, personnel, township personnel. We're gonna have possibly a parade and some other activities on the 4th of July, so we're gonna have police, public works, fire all focusing on the parade, and then we're gonna try to do something else at the beach at the same time. There's serious concerns that there's not gonna be enough manpower to handle both events at the same time.
So I'm sure we can find manpower. If you do everything together, it's one day. You're gonna do the parade during the day,
Water carnival's at
and you
night.
can have the ceremony, and then in the afternoon,
Water carnival's at night.
yeah, but I mean,
Yeah.
we can stretch that out a little bit, cause we could have kayaks, canoes, sailboats, and then it would run right into
The problem, Dan, I understand what you're saying, but, I mean, forgive me, but don't forgive me, you're not gonna. I mean, you're gonna have people out there getting ready for the 4th of July thing on the parade or whatever the historic commission and rec people decide to do together. I hope. They're gonna be out there at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then if they add on a water carnival or some other festivity like that, they're gonna transition from the parade and that over to the water carnival, and then they're gonna be working that until 10, 11 o'clock. That's like a 15, 16-hour day. It's not gonna happen, especially for law enforcement, and it's just not gonna happen.
It'll happen. Yeah, we can work it out.
And if it was in presidential election, you'd work it out.
That's all I got. Sorry for the long executive meeting. But really appreciate everybody that comes out, and, we really, really appreciate support from the town. Thank you very much.
Public comments. The council's intention is to preserve the level of respect, courtesy, and civility required to successfully conduct the public's business. In this regard, the council should be addressed during public participation as a collective body and not individual members. In order to respect the speaker's time, council members will not engage in a dialogue or debate with the speaker. However, council members should feel free to ask the speaker a question or questions once recognized by the council president for purposes of clarifications. Council members can offer comments on a speaker's remarks once the speaker has concluded his or her comments in their allotted 5-minute time frame. Please keep the 5-minute time frame within 5 minutes, just out of respect to the speakers coming after you. Marty, are you up first?
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed members of the Town Council and Mayor, I am Marty Graf-Winder, the proud president of the Browns Mills Improvement Association, or the BMIA. As many of you know, we have been a cornerstone of our community since our incorporation in 1919, making us the oldest civic organization in town. First, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to our elected officer and recording secretary, Alex Costa. Thanks to his efforts, you can now find all of our events available online at the township website. Just navigate to the community organization section and you'll see BMIA. Make sure to mark your calendars for our events in 2025 and 2026. Now let's jump to the details of our upcoming events. This Saturday, October 18th, we'll kick off our Clean Communities Day. We'll meet at the Browns Mills Fire Department on Trent Road at 8 a.m. Don't forget to check in with Leslie and sign the BMIA clipboard. She will have free merchandise featuring our new logo for everyone who registered. Here it is. Speaking of the new logo, we are excited to announce it alongside our merchandise sale at our next community event, the Board of Education Candidate Forum on October 26th at 2 p.m. The forum will provide a neutral space for all candidates to answer your questions. If you wish to pose a question, please submit it in advance through our email at bmiaorg@gmail.com or text me directly at 609-388-1305. Rest assured, all submissions will remain confidential. Each candidate will have 2 or 3 minutes, we're still working that out, to respond to your questions, and light refreshments will be served. Looking ahead, Halloween promises to be festive. We'll open our doors at 3 p.m. for trick-or-treating. Bring your little ones by between 3 and 7 p.m. for candy. And don't worry, we'll also have snacks and cold drinks for the adults too. Later that evening at 8 p.m., we'll transform our building into the Witches' Ball. Expect dancing, music, and prizes for best costumes, so dress to impress and join us for a night of spooky fun. I'm also excited to announce 2 new activities. An open mic night sponsored by our house band Sundays afternoon on Friday, November 7th at 7 p.m. So bring instruments or your singing voice. Let's showcase the amazing talent we have here in Pemberton Township. And don't miss our annual Great Berry Bake Off on November 23rd at 2 p.m. Prizes will be awarded for first, second, and third place. The first place winner will receive a big blue ribbon, bragging rights, and a cash gift. We're teaming up with Mr. Maki from the culinary program at Pemberton High School for this event, and we're thrilled to collaborate with him and his students. Before I conclude, I want to address something that's been on our minds regarding recent events. We understand that there might not be fireworks for the fall festival as it is absent on the flyer. We did notice that. We would like to confirm or not whether there might be fireworks for the tree lighting. So that's one question we have. We also wanted to address ordinance 300-2025. The BMIA is fully supportive of the aesthetic changes being proposed for the town. Upgrading the dam and the lighting will enhance the beauty of our community, and we understand it's no cost to taxpayers, which is excellent news. When new businesses and visitors come into our area, they'll be greeted by a look that we can all be proud of. Before I say thank you, because I know I still have a minute, we are always in favor of a water carnival and any lake activities. So, and even as you remember, when the water carnival was canceled on July 12th, I put out a call to action and had everybody put their boats in the water, and we had a lot of boats. So even if the mayor declines our offer and says that we can't have a water carnival, we will still be celebrating with the pontoon boats. Remember how you were in the water too? All the pontoon boats, people will get in with their pool toys, their kayaks, and their canoes. We'll have, Carl will come with a decorated, mine will probably be decorated as well. So we'll still have our own celebration no matter what. All right, so thank you so much.
Thanks, Marty.
Thank you.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, Alex.
All right, so, just a few questions before we get off the, to the resolutions. Do we have a status of when we're gonna be changing our form of government? Or any planned intentions to, start working on that?
We have gathered the information we need, and I will tell you, and our solicitor could back me up, it is not a quick process.
Well, no, probably take a couple years.
And, yeah, and if we, just say we decide to, we get the ordinance, it gets on the ballot next year, we get our commissioners, we get everybody voted in, we get it voted, it gets voted in on the ballot,
Right.
you won't see anything happen until 2027.
Oh.
So, but we are looking into it as we said we would.
Oh, good, all right.
Yeah, I just, if I might supplement what the council president has indicated, the soonest you could get it on the ballot would be in 2026. So whether they made a decision on it today or so many days it's statutorily required in order to get the question on the ballot, they have that time in order to do that. But as the mayor has elaborated, not only is it would be an ordinance authorizing the question on the ballot, but once that would have to be voted on by the citizens of the township of Pemberton, but also the membership of the Charter Study Commission would be elected by the voters of the township of Pemberton. And basically there'd be 5 members that would be on the Charter Study Commission. Any number of people can opt to run for that position. Just be the 5 that got the highest number of votes.
Yeah,
And then they would begin their work immediately thereafter, holding hearings and so forth in order to make a recommendation. So governing body has time to thoroughly discuss it and deliberate over it. As soon as it could take place would be in November of 2026.
Now, is that a simple majority, or do we need over a simple majority for that to pass?
For what to pass? The ordinance?
Well, the ordinance, would that be?
I'd have to take a look at it again, but I think it's just a majority, but I have to double check that.
All right. Secondly, I wanted to just offer my condolences to our late Jerry Dasty, our solicitor, and to thank Doug in the Pine Barrens Tribune for writing that beautiful article and making that a front page story. So thank you, Doug, for doing that, and my condolences to.
Thank you so very, very much. It's very heartfelt, and I appreciate members of the governing body who attended the viewing for Mr. Dasty. That was very heartfelt as well. An individual I've known for 40 years. What I wanted to point out with that beautiful article in the Pine Barrens Tribute, and it's not a criticism of the Pine Barrens Tribute, but they had made a quote of me, and I said that Mr. Dasty, that one of the things that I enjoyed and marvel most about him is his ability to handle diverse topics of law. Law, like the practice of medicine and everything else, is developing specialties. But my office is right next to him, and I could hear him shift gears between litigation to real estate to estate, you name it, he was able to do that, and it was incredible. But my quote is that he could cover anything from public entity litigation to real estate. He quoted me as public enemy litigation, and he probably could do that too, but I didn't know it. So just so the readers out there know, it was an easy typographical error, but I don't know what public enemy representation is, but maybe in today's society, it's something that there will be a specialty. Thank you.
And now to the resolutions. 289, 2025. My question for that one, since we tabled it, are we still going over the floating holidays as one of the
That's
things?
not part of this agreement.
No?
No.
I thought we were, did we hash that out at the last meeting?
I wasn't at the last meeting.
Oh.
I know that's not part of this agreement, though.
I know we were arguing about floating holidays and something like that. It was a pretty thorough discussion.
Oh, the floating holidays is part of this,
Yeah.
but, yeah.
And 293, 2025, yes to that. 294, 2025, yes to that. 295, 2025, yes to that, but 296, 2025, I communicated to you that
I got your text.
yeah, the address was wrong. There is no Golf Club Drive, it's Golf Club Street, so. Making sure my cousin gets taken care of there. 297, 2025, my question for that one was, will the Township Economics Committee get a hand in making recommendations for the UEZ grant to be spent on? Will they get like a say that, this is what needs to be addressed for this money to
Yeah,
be spent on?
because our community development director sits in on those meetings.
Okay, all right, and 298, 2025, I was a little confused on what this was or what we're trying to do with this. So if we could we explain this a little bit more after I finish, so we don't take up more time. 300, 2025, I understand this is for the Mirror Lake Dam project. I'm fully supportive of this. I'd say yes to that. New business, yes to A and B. Number 12, you know how I feel about the bill list.
3 million.
3 million? Wow. What are you guys spending in 2 weeks? What are we buying? For $3 million in 2 weeks?
About 1.9 million school taxes.
School taxes, okay. Where's the other 2.1 million coming from?
1.1.
About 1.1?
You gotta go back to school for that.
Well.
But just keeping the lights on, Alex. Keep the
Yeah.
lights on.
And then my favorite part of the agenda, the Alex Costa questions and comments. First of all, there are 20 days left until this election. I just wanted to wish both parties the best of luck, and may the best man or woman, or whatever you are, win this election, and good luck come January when you're sworn in. I also wanted to just point out that I've been Oprah requesting a lot of stuff. I know our clerks really enjoy when my Oprah requests come through. It can be fun sometimes in that office, I hear. I just wanted to talk about the Fire Chief's Office of Emergency Management office. Now, I was looking through the Oprah requests, and I see here that written on work order 61159, it's not printed, it's actually handwritten on here. It says, got rid of computers and destroyed hard drives for front office. Do we get permission from the GRC to destroy these? Because I know that we have to go through a process to get these destroyed. And when I see it written on here, get rid of computers and destroy hard drives, that makes me think that, Are we hiding something? Are we, getting rid of evidence that's on these things? I mean, it's just a question. I'm not accusing anybody of anything, but when I see it written right here,
Oh, no, I'll do the accusing, let me say.
oh,
Oh, I saw this.
oh, you did. Good thing I sent you that website. While you take a look at that, I just wanted to round off my other stuff. Is there any word on Sycamore Hall? Has the mayor paid back the comp time that he gave the township employee back in January? If not, what is being done to get the money back? And I just wanted to also say congratulations to our township for opening up a new walking trail that is handicap accessible. And I put it on YouTube, and I believe I sent it to all of you. It's always great to see an accomplishment like that, too. Round off.
So let me get back to resolution 298, 2025. So you can't adjust a budget without going through TCA, local, the government services.
Right.
So this is money from a grant that's used for Bazansky and Emmons.
The multimodal.
Multimodal, yes. So,
Safe routes and schools.
yeah, the SRT. So this resolution is just allowing to put that revenue into the budget.
Okay,
It's all money through a grant.
all right. And we will modify 296, right, to make it Golf Club Street, Golf Club Drive.
I think we're gonna change Pick Drive.
Okay.
That sounds better.
Drive, well, there isn't. Well, when I looked up Golf Club Drive, it took me to Golf Club Street, so,
We'll change.
thank you. I guess, we have to address the papers there.
Yeah, well, I'll look into that.
All right.
We can't address it here.
No, I
Gotta
understand,
get us more
that's like
information.
employment stuff. All right. Excuse me. Is there any word on Sycamore Hall, or
No.
they're not selling it, they're not giving, nothing?
I'm not sure.
We're not, okay. Would be nice to have the township Christmas tree lighting there one year. Would. Has the mayor paid back the money, from the comp time?
Not that I'm aware of.
Have you paid back the comp time?
If I may, I don't mean to interrupt, but the issue of the
The comp time?
flex time, comp time, we use the words interchangeably, is a matter that's been referred to Labor Council to provide some guidance to both the mayor and to the members of everybody.
Excuse me, can you speak up a little more?
I'm sorry.
About
The issue of comp time, known as flex time, is a matter that the council and mayor have referred to Labor Council for guidance as to the procedures for both and any of the pending issues regarding that. So the Labor Council will come back to the mayor and everybody, so.
All right. Well,
And
thank
make
you.
sure that everything is uniform and everybody's being treated fairly.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Alex.
That's all the, that's all the receipts in it too.
Who's next?
Good evening, everyone. Robert P. King, 247 Amherst Avenue. From the school board, this weekend we have homecoming. They're gonna have the green and gold. There's gonna be all kinds of tailgates and stuff going on. So if you get a chance to get out to the homecoming game, please go out and support the Hornets. I will unfortunately not be there because I'll be down in Berlin camping with a whole bunch of Cub Scouts for Cub Fun Day weekend down there. So. Also, just to let you know, if you can't make the game, you can actually watch it on HUDL, and there's a website I'll give you here. It's https://fan.hdhudl.com, and search for Pemberton Township High School so you can watch it while you're away. So we have a lot of things coming up. with the green and gold, also the school buses and everything. Please watch out for kids coming out. For scouts, on the 8th, we're going to be doing our scouting for food. So we're looking for as many volunteers as we can get. We're gonna have people at the firehouse in Country Lakes, and we're gonna have a troop over at Bazanski starting on the 8th. We'll be putting out the flyers and putting out the bags, and then a week later we go pick them up, and all that food goes to the local food banks here in town. So, and I have flyers for you guys. So.
Thank you, Pete.
So, y'all have any questions or anything like that? We just, our troop just had Allison Eckel come out and talk to the girls on Monday so that they can actually get a lesson in civics as part of scouting, so.
I have a question.
All right, y'all have a great night. Cheers.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Just a couple of questions. Senior Citizen Center. What is the status of the programs at the center at this point?
My understanding that there's still,
Nothing's changed.
nothing's changed, no.
Okay, I go by there periodically, usually on the weekends, but sometimes.
Yeah, because that was my concern, we didn't have a rec director or a rec coordinator. I thought they juggled both. The mayor made it clear that there's somebody that runs the senior services and there's been no lapse.
I just wonder how the attendance has been, because at times I've gone by in the last month or two, it didn't seem to have as many vehicles there, but it could be just a timing. But I wanted to check to see if the Senior Citizen Center was actually still up and running.
Yeah, I mean, last time I was there, it was pretty, I wouldn't say packed.
Yeah.
But it had a good crowd.
Okay.
I don't think that's changed.
Plus, they're very active, they do tours and stuff like that. Last time I was in there was like 4 people in there, which surprised me. But they told me that they were all out on a tour somewhere, so that's where a lot of them were, was on the tour.
Going to a sore point in the township with the lawsuits and settlements. Have we developed a contingency plan if we reach our cap and or are dropped from the group?
No. I don't know what our option would be if Jeff dropped us.
The answer, I don't know how to answer your question. I'm not aware of a contingency plan at this point. Certainly, that's something that will have to be conferred with the existing joint insurance fund to determine what our options would be in the eventuality that would occur. But honestly, with you being forward, I don't know what that contingency plan is right now. The administration, through the mayor, the members of council are gonna have to consider all of those options. If that happens, and I'm not even certain that would happen. But it's a good question, very astute question. Certainly you wanna protect your clients, and you never wanna be uninsured. So we will have to, but we have to see if we're gonna reach that point.
Looking down the road, we have how many suits still open at this point?
I'm not entirely sure, and I can't answer your question that either, and I'm sorry that I can't. For me, it's just like coming in the middle of the movie.
Understand.
I'm sitting in Mr. Dassey's seat now. So obviously that's something, I don't know what's out there, some of them.
There
I'll
are
read it, I'm aware of.
three that are still up there.
Yeah.
And then the two
There's
that we'll
one.
bring up.
And one has just been filed, I don't know whether you've included
Yeah,
that.
I think that's part of the
Okay.
three, yeah.
I question it because we've had conversations before about that 1 million cap. 2 million?
We're close.
Okay, the 2 million. And my thinking has been, if we're getting close, then we start thinking about what do we do if? And that's a big question, and I'm not familiar with the processes, but I would assume we're going to get some notification if they decide to drop us.
Correct. Yeah, they're just not gonna do it without prior notification.
That would be a
Then
given.
obviously, then, in the event that there were no other types of insurance coverage, then municipality's looking at a self-insured entity, in which case you would have to allocate money in your budget for the eventuality of risks.
Yeah, raising taxes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
And again, I'm not familiar with the full budget. I haven't, but I'll tell you that. But if we're going at that point, and I'm assuming what's already passed is an indicator of where we're going with the future. Not knowing, but maybe. I would be concerned that at some point, once we get to the point where we've exceeded the 2 million, we're still on the hook for anything over and above the 2 million that we have to pay out as a township. And if our carrier group drops us, at that point, we're now going to have to, again, dip into the residents' tax money to fund the self-fund. Because we have to have X amount of dollars, I would suspect, just to get it started and off the ground. I mean, we can't chip a dollar in and say we're self-covered. And I don't think we have a contingency plan in place for that anywhere, that we can go and pull it out, rainy day fund?
At this point, we don't.
Okay. So this is still churning around out there.
Yep.
My end concern is we wind up having to declare bankruptcy because we can't pay the money out if we don't have it. I don't think we're gonna go around door to door asking for contributions to pay out this money. And I'm not sure anybody would do it, but that's my concern. And I just heard the beep. The last thing, I'm just gonna leave with this. It's not a matter of a question, but I will make an observation. The township, what we have attraction-wise are the lakes and the forest. That's it. That's our attractions. And I think anything we're trying, I'll leave that pen here, anything we're trying to do to bring in business or attract people in here, even for activities, would need to be revolving around those two activities. The White's Bog, I mean, those kinds of activities are where we can develop something. But
Does that sound familiar, Marie? So that's, as part of the Economic and Business Development Council?
Sure.
That's our focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know that, but it's been kicked around. I mean, it's been around. It was around when I was on the Environmental Commission, so these things kind of recycle. But thank you, appreciate it.
I'm Vicki Adams, 613 Sandra Drive. I only had one question coming in, but now at one of your responses responses, I now have another question. Okay, my first question actually, well, can I address him for a second? He asked about the senior center. Okay, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the senior center is packed, because that's when most of the activities are. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, it's a lower crowd because they don't have the aerobics, they don't have the other things that are going on.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you for
sorry. Alex had mentioned the money that needed to be refunded from the mayor for the, you know, that trip and stuff. And I understand it's been referred out, but, is anything gonna be done to the person that utilized that,
We can't speak to that.
okay, just let me finish my question. Are you looking into anything that, because that's a human resource person, and that person out of everybody knows the laws, and they accepted that. To me, that is a, you know, a crime, you know, so just my observation there. And then my second question is, he was talking about the lawsuits, and one of you guys up here said 2 that we're gonna settle tonight, so we do have 2 more that we're settling.
Yeah, and so I will tell you, I've been very vocal about Jack. The 2 that we're settling tonight are not against him. Just so everybody's clear on that.
Okay.
These are older lawsuits.
Older lawsuits?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello, Ms. Phillips.
Good evening, everybody, General. Good evening, everybody in general. I'm going to speak in reference to my development this morning, or this evening, whatever. This is in reference to since the school start. I've been noticing, I live in a crossroad, but I've been noticed the vehicles are speeding more faster even with the buses coming by, and the kids just start crossing the street.
Oh, you're talking about the PL, right?
Yes.
I've noticed the same thing.
Okay, and what I suggest for the council to work with the police department, and will be nice if the police chief was here in one of those seats tonight, he can answer my questions. I know how their chief work. Everybody works 7 to 7. Okay, if I'm going just speak to the chief, my question to him will be, he can send an officer to PL for 6 a.m. to 7:45. But I know what he's going to tell me. My people, by 6:30, they be rolling on ground in here. Why? They gotta gas their vehicle. They gotta get all their paperwork together. I know how the system works, okay? That's mean he may go and agree with me. But even if we send an officer between the first bus arrive to PL and pick it up the high school, will be 6:30. Okay, the last bus stop in PL will be 9 p.m. There are a lot of buses coming by, and there's more little kids in there. Okay? My second thing, I'm going to speak in reference to the code enforcement. Okay. I go by and I do my walking, and I see the same thing over and over. I ask in reference to the old lake store. Still in the same thing, they are picking up, somebody tried to break the doors in there or something. I know that the house on Naya 3 Canary Trail, that the house has been the same way for more than 5 years. probably 10 years, who knows? Nothing has been done in there. Okay, I did notice on Kinetic Trail in North Carolina, nobody been cleared up, because the way I look at it, when you come and see the owner in that corner in there, you're not going to find a person. You're going to give them a warning, and that's what I believe what they should do. The code enforcement, what they should do it is, give a warning to the people. If they don't do that in 30 days, come and look for them. That is a danger intersection. I have another intersection coming out from the Baton Lakes. That will be Oregon Trail and Washington Boulevard there. That house, they keep it very nice yard and everything. But what they made their mistake was in that triangle, they put like a pine tree. It's a shrub. They grew up, and more shrubs in there. That's a blind intersection. When I come to the stop sign, I gotta come in the center of the road for me to go through. And that's when the code enforcement should be, look at those things. We drive there, I know that. Just tell the people very nice that the guy just got the thing. I have another person live on North Carolina Trail. And her backyard is with Washington Boulevard. They gave her a summons in so many days to remove everything in her yard, and she has a trailer where she hook up to the stuff when they go to the township, or I don't know where they go. Anyway, the code enforcement gave them a summons. They got it removed. They got so many days to remove that. Now that she got a big yard in the back, the way I look at it, how can the code enforcer come and tell me if I have my own yard and I have a trailer in my yard? A simple trailer where you put the things in there and you just carry it. They make her to remove that and put it in her driveway. Her driveway is facing North Carolina. Her backyard is facing Washington Boulevard. She got double lots there. Well, my next question for the code enforcement and for the supervisor it is, and let me finish there in here, is what is the rule for a code enforcement to get a job? Apparently he's not trained the right way. Now my next thing I'm going to bring it up to the Sycamore Hall. The next thing I'm going to bring it up is about the VA. Why? It's going to be a year we haven't done nothing to look for this man. And I know there is people there, they want to come here. Probably we didn't have so many lawsuits if we didn't have a VA in here. And please start with the lawsuit, because I noticed I wasn't a very bad car accident 3 years ago. He's a lawyer, I know, he knows the name of the game. Okay, a few months ago when I got to renew my insurance, all the state sent me a letter that I got to pay them $1,000. I asked why I gotta pay $1,000 when I gotta pay my insurance. Okay, but that $1,000 doesn't include your insurance. It's because you were in an accident 3 years ago. I said, number one, you guys are lucky my family didn't sue you for a lot of money because I'm still alive. Was not even my fault. And you come in and prosecute me after you hang me the first time, and now you hang me the second time? I said, well, you know what? You got 24 hours. The guy stated to me to get insurance. I said, that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. Well, I'm not going to give you $1,000. I don't have it, but if I want it, I can give it to you. But you're not getting it. And this is the same thing what is going on right now with all the lawsuits. Number one, we are in this township. It looks like we borrow Peter to pay Paul. And guess what? Peter is going to run out. And what the hell are you going to do? And I know what my insurance company will do to me. Drop me off. And you know when they drop you off? I don't know what is going to happen, but we have to just stop all those lawsuits and be sure the people who are in here. It's not fair. As a taxpayer, I'm the one who went it up and paid for that. I want to know about Sycamore Hall. Thank you.
All right, let's move on to resolutions. Oh,
Sorry. Answer me my question.
what was the question, Ms. Miller? About Sycamore Hall?
In reference to Sycamore Hall, and in reference to the code enforcement, there's two questions I want to know.
Ms. Phil, can I get back to you on those answers?
That's a fine, no
Okay.
problem, thank you.
Okay, good evening, so. Okay, I wanted to talk about last 2 meetings ago, where there was a vote on water lines going from New Lisbon through your area, Josh, to the high school, through to Greenberg. So you guys had a vote on it that night. And there was 3 yeses, and there was 2 noes. And after the meeting was over, I think, can you guys hear me okay? After the meeting was over, I felt like, well, it went through, because there were 3 yeses and 2 noes.
No. Sean, so that was a bond ordinance, and that requires a supermajority, so it needed 4 yeses to pass, so that never passed.
So it did not pass.
It did not.
Okay, I know somebody did tell me that, but I'm just confirming that. I have to re-listen to, I wanna re-listen to that meeting,
Okay.
because I don't know if at the end of the meeting, do you recall letting the public know that it needed a supermajority and it did not go through? Does anybody know the answer to that question?
Sure.
Maybe I didn't remember or hear
I
somebody.
believe we made a statement that it
Yeah.
didn't pass.
You can double check. I'll double check myself too, but I'm pretty sure.
Okay, just clarifying a few things. Okay. The other question is, Matthew, I would never stand up here and try to tell you how to do your job. I feel bad saying this, but this gentleman who shared, wrote his name down, but he didn't say his name. I'm just saying, when you come up to talk, you should say your name, so when we're listening, we know who's talking.
So Mr. Fallon.
Yeah, but I didn't hear him say his name. Did you say your name?
Mistake.
It dropped through the cracks.
Okay, I'm just saying, cause I listen to these meetings a lot, not lately, but I listen to some of the older ones, cause I have to over them, Amy, I'll be there soon. And, yeah, so, I just like to hear what, as a matter of fact, I don't know your name either. You're the solicitor taking over for Jerry Datsey.
Correct.
I don't know if it's temporary or permanent, but would you mind telling me your name?
Chris Connors.
Oh, Chris, yes, I heard somebody talking about Mr. Connors, okay.
Good or
Well, now-
bad?
Oh, well, it's Dan Dewey, so,
Well, bad.
you know it had to be good.
I never.
Yeah, it was good, very good, excellent, as a matter of fact. Anyway, welcome to the town. Are you permanent or temporary or what?
I consider myself permanent.
Okay.
At the pleasure of the governing body, of course, mayor
Oh.
governing body.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on.
Yeah, Mr. Dasty, passed away,
Yeah, I did hear about that,
so.
yeah. Okay. All right, so, we're good?
Good.
Sorry. I hated to say that, but,
Okay, just wanna make sure. Okay, so here, he talked about the walking trail. Y'all know about that? Where's that? Where's the walking trail? Oh, it's done?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
At the ribbon cutting Friday.
How come I don't hear about that?
You did hear about it.
Yeah, tonight, but
Alex told me.
I didn't even know it was almost done or anything. Well,
I don't think so.
well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'll have to check that out one day. Yeah, okay. Where is it written there? How did Alex know about getting rid of computers and destroying hard drives? Like, where did he read that? On the agenda tonight? Oh, okay, I'll talk to him after the meeting, where he gets his inside information from. Okay, somebody was talking about, no, I think I better wait and ask that question, because am I at 5 minutes yet? You're timing me, right?
Yeah.
Am I at 5 minutes, Howard? Not yet, okay. Okay. Actually, I wanna say, I hope I'm not in trouble for this, but your grandbaby, wait a minute, your grandbaby is so cute. Your mom showed me pictures tonight, she's always showing me pictures, I love your mom. I always say nice things about your dad, but your mom's awesome.
I love it too.
I know you do, that, you have so much, he has so much respect for you. I wish my sons respected me that way, they're pretty good, but he has great respect. Yeah, and, that's all, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
My name is Michelle Foreman, 24 Newton Drive.
You know who you are.
Yeah, Donovan Gardner always made sure everybody say your name. He always was saying it to me, so thanks so much for reminding me.
Joe Anderson, 41 Lindbergh Avenue,
I didn't wear my vest
Michelle,
tonight,
he said
Joe.
his name.
Thank you.
I didn't wear my vest tonight.
So where are we at on, shopping center? I see the laundromat's still open. How many days is his eviction notice?
Well, he has until November 30th.
1 month from today.
November 16th.
Is that gonna be extended?
No, can't be.
Can't be extended. It's gotta be out of there.
And once he's out, and I think we'll start moving phase 1.
Construction's gonna start, demolition,
Maybe not immediately, but once he's out,
before the snow,
I hope so.
before the next water carnival, or,
I hope so.
well, we hope so. Where are we at on these warehouses? Everything died down about the warehouses in Birmingham. Are they, I know you live there, I know, but where are we at on them? Are they still coming, or is it dead? Is it dead in the water, or?
There's litigation still going on, so we can't speak on it.
And what about the one warehouse there on the end of Wood Lane Road, where you make a right on 206, there by Little's Construction, with the silk fence around the farm there?
That's approved.
That's Pemberton
Last I
Township.
had heard, I had heard that it's approved, but they, at one point, I don't wanna misspeak from what I was told, that they kinda put the proverbial cart before the horse. They were given permission to do A, and they proceeded to go to A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, so the reins were pulled back, as they should have been.
Okay, and what's gonna happen to that old house that's there? Anybody know?
That one?
The old
That one's gonna be
farmhouse?
turned over to us.
Is that gonna be left standing, or?
As the mayor just said, that one's being turned over to us. I believe the one on 206 is the one that's coming down.
Well, they're both on 206.
Well, I'm sorry, the Rockefeller one is being.
Why would they
turned over.
both be coming
I
down?
like to call the one next to the Matson Farm, or next to Little's, the Matson Farm, because it was a Matson Corporation and had it. That one, as far as I know, is savable. So they are gonna section that off and deed that over to the township as a historic site. Unfortunately, as Mr. Anderson probably is very well aware,
Yeah, you told me you were gonna put me on a committee when you were at the train station that We'll let you on the committee there, Joe, you can get a chance to go look at it yourself.
The Walson.
When's that gonna be?
The Walson.
Where's that
Farm-
committee at?
The Walson Farm has been deemed an unsafe structure, and that will be torn down, and I don't know.
Who
what the
deems it
status
unsafe?
of that is.
It's been standing for years. No storm has knocked it down, nothing has knocked it down. Where is it unsafe?
I had when I was a kid, I had family members that lived in that residence, and I can tell you from.
How's that not?
The condition it was in then to now, if it's an unsafe structure, the walls are probably cracked, foundation probably severely cracked from lack of maintenance, to the point where it would be unsafe to have anybody walking in there, and probably wouldn't find an insurance company that would be willing to insure that property for the township.
Do you think some kind of marker could be put there if it's tore down, or is that too much to ask, or?
Unfortunately, Joe, when it comes to something like that, if the entire lot was bought up by the warehouses, and they're not turning it over to us, they're gonna level it and move forward. They could, I'm sure, I'm not speaking.
But that's
for
not a
them,
go
but
right yet.
In my opinion.
It's still
they-
not a go, them
I'm sorry?
warehouses. Those warehouses where that's farmhouse that you're talking about is gonna be tore down, that's not a definite yet.
Rockefeller,
Yes.
I believe they have approvals. No, I agree with that, sir, yeah, no, they have some roadblocks yet, but they have approvals to move forward, but they still gotta jump over some hurdles.
Okay. The other question is, where are we at on the business administrator?
Nowhere.
Where's the applicants? Where's the applications that's been filed?
People have been applying, but they're not getting
I
callbacks.
keep hearing that you guys turn them down from the council.
Negative.
Is it difficult?
We were told that,
I mean, that's what social media says, is that you guys are getting the application for them, and yet you're turning them down.
We don't get them. We get calls from people that have submitted applications.
we also get emails from applicants who have submitted applications numerous times and have not heard anything back from administration.
Correct. I have a lady right here that was from West Hampton.
Yes, sir.
She was the business administrator there. She was let go. She messaged me.
She applied 3 times.
3 times.
I talked to her on the phone.
Never got an answer.
Yep.
Why not, Mayor? Why didn't she get an answer? Is it because you can't work with a woman? Is that part of it, or what?
Yep.
Is that what you've been told by counselors? You can't hire a woman? I guess that about does it. See you in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.
3 weeks,
Forward
after
to it.
3 weeks.
Sir.
All right.
How about them Phillies, Joe? How about them Phillies?
How about those Mets?
Yeah, the Mets suck too. I like to say that, they're my team.
Marie Reynolds, Browns Mills. I didn't have anything to say tonight, but now hearing that the township is about to, or possibly getting another historic structure turned over to it, I'm gonna plead with you one more time. Can we get some kind of legislation on historic preservation in the township? We don't have any, and we really do need that. Thanks, that's it.
I took a note, Marie. Okay, all right. All right, consent agenda?
289 should be accepted.
Have a motion?
Motion to approve the resolutions as amended. The consent agenda.
Second.
I'll second.
Mr. Harper,
Yes.
Mr. Ward,
Yes.
Mr. Doyle,
Yes.
Mr. Dewey,
Yes.
Mr. Bianchini.
Yes. Okay, now we are adding 2,
Now we got voted on 289.
Yeah, that was your first one.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
We're adding 2 resolutions, and we'll have the details at the next meeting. for the public, or we wanna approve those tonight, just by title.
Madam Clerk, what number was the first resolution?
301.
301. So we're gonna add resolution 301 and 302. which we'll
Microphone.
vote on separately. I'm sorry, we're gonna take additions, known as resolution 301-2025 and resolution 302-2025, which we're taking independently or separate from each other. 301-2025 be a resolution of the Township of Pemberton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, authorizing a settlement of litigation in the matter of Belinda Frontinez v. Township of Pemberton, docket number 1:23-CV-21514-ESK-SAK. Need a motion to approve the resolution.
Make a motion to approve that resolution.
I'll second.
I'm sorry, Mr. Thomas, I'm sorry, do they have to add it to the agenda first before they can approve it?
No. Doesn't have to be added to the agenda. I'm presuming that by reading it by title, you've done so.
Okay. I'm sorry, who was the first and the second? Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes.
Mr. Bianchini?
Yes.
The second resolution is resolution 302-2025. It's a resolution of the Township of Pemberton, County of Burlington, State of New Jersey, authorizing a settlement of litigation in the matter of Donna D. Palma v. Pemberton Township, docket number 1:24-CV-4742-ESK-A&D. A motion and a second.
Make a motion to approve that.
I'll second.
Mr. Doyle?
Yes.
Mr. Dewey?
Yes.
Mr. Harper?
Yes.
Mr. Ward?
Yes.
Mr. Bianchini?
Yes. Okay, resolution 289-2025, authorizing a collective negotiations agreement between the Township of Pemberton and the Communication Workers of America, Local 1040,